fridges, air conditioners, printers, gas cookers, home theater stabilizers, CCTV, Wi-Fi cameras, washing machines, water dispensers, and what have you. Buy any of these items and get a mobile phone, a blender, Bluetooth speaker, kettle, or a bag of rice free. And that's at the head office near City Light in Kokomlemle. Freddy's Corner is the best in mobile phone repairs. Give them a call if you like. 0544 959195. That is 0544 959195. Good morning, Mr. Freddy. Calling matter of Freddy's Corner. Wish you well. Prudential Bank says every customer can get the chance to pick up a free Visa card instantly. All you need to do is either open a current or savings account or reactivate your account at Prudential Bank. For the month of September, you get a free Visa card and a gift. And you can shop in selected places including Star Bites Foods, where you get a discount, UK brands, West African Decor, and Villandro Residence. 43 business locations across Ghana is where you find Prudential Bank. The offer is valid till the end of this month. Prudential Bank, truly dependable. In these days of COVID, you may be the hard guy, the happy-go-lucky one until you hear the words, "I'll tell ma." Every African child is fear mother. Anyway, so you love your mother, you respect your mother, mask up for her. When you go out, wait for us, wait for mama. Everywhere you go. And Goyle is offering you easy, convenient, and exciting cashless opportunities where the GH Link card is now available and compatible with the Goyle e-payment system. So if you have a GH Link card, go to any Goyle service station, buy fuels or lubricants, and pay directly. Over 400 of them. Goyle is good energy. Goyle, yeah. Here we go. And happy birthday to you, Fawaz of Amasamang. It's rough. Wherever you are, could you do a sorry? Here's your song.
She's a diva. See, she got swagger. She be sweet like banana. She they come from Ghana. She's a diva. Shorty look me off my feet. Oh, my coma Tony. The way you walk didn't make me weak. I call me honey.
Abner Jerry, good morning.
My feet. Oh, my coma Tony.
Mr. Quissy Taylor, good morning to you as well.
I call me honey.
Kwedrunyako, I see you. Nanaya, good morning. Thank you. Philip Aban is listening to us all the way in the US. Good morning, Philip. Thank you for waking up this early. This one says, happy birthday, Sister Gifty Awogate of the Winneba Diocese and Christ Little Band. It's from your brother Ado. And to you, Nana Yawa of the Office of the Vice President, good morning. Keep your swagger. Aisha Passa, I greet you too. Mr. Kwesi Siedu AK Koze. We say dance him. I see you Koze. You're listening to us live from Wow. Good morning, Nanayao. Happy birthday, Sarah Alute of Beglam Lounge inside Mataheko, Yagola Junction. Ivan of Fruity Flakes, I see you too. Have a great listening time. Kwame Duncan is here. Kabila is here. Kokrokoo just left home. We'll start our conversations though.
The moves the way the groove. Why say me? I know go shout wow. Said I won't be your guy, so say be my girl, but my body so they ask me how. I see there with me, where I deal with you, make sure me your love now. Let's talk the mental, make her try to enter.
Mr. Kenneth Kwame Asare of Kent Step Group of Companies, happy birthday to you. It's from Owusubuedi of Kent Step Microfinance. This one says, I'm listening to you live in Atlanta, Georgia, USA. From Just In Case in USA. Be a friend of Just In Case. You, Mate. Okay, baby, last one, right? Last one.
What's I need you? Shorty, look me off my feet. On my coma, tell me the way you walk, they make me weak. I call me honey, DM. Shorty, knock me off my feet. On my coma, tell me the way you walk, they make me weak. I call me.
I'm playing this one for you, Nana Yawinwa. And to you, Oheniri Gifty Auntie. Good morning, sweet. Your song is here. Audition Isaac and Sign Pick Farm, good morning. Nana Yao Sapong, Executive Assistant to the Minister of Trade and Industry. I greet you well too. Chocho. And this one says a very good morning to the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia. Here's your song, sir. It's from the Chairman General to you. Good morning, Your Excellency.
I do love you, but I don't know you well. You may love me too, but you may have someone else. I'm so many every prayer my soul don't make. So much you know before free. Into my name, I come at you. I want to check on time, my name. Not drunk, or be wouldn't it? Be wouldn't it? I can't tell you. She said, I'm my own, so shine not to me in the Daniel to pay. I'm crossing your suro. In the figures of today,
Quite a huge fan base when it comes to the song. It says to Mami Abena, a champion of MTN Ghana Rage. It's from your brother K.
Me fita crack me a when I'm a baha. Me baby see a only kunina me natana. Into me work a kind of kiss at Nana pa. Me pedal pack to panaco fi me yakuma. Into Tassana Shas in the chas, let me who was in my mom so much. I did my tradi. Got to say what could do.
And so quite a huge fan base when it comes to the song. It goes out to you, Dr. B, wherever you are. Have a great day, Dr. B. Enjoy the sound. Wasaga. Nothing, don't fear. Okay, here's another silly guy. His name is Farouk. It says, play the song for your daughter, Fafa. From me to her. Farouk Amadou. Don't be hey. Your head like you hear? Obi so per box I have nutrition. Open boys. Yabo saying, okay, 9:10. But for boys, you boy near. Okay, into boys, Eba, boys, a man, one person, your boys, box I have nutrition.
Bebesia only kunina menatena.
Ebo.
Kind the case nana pa.
Ebo.
Pana go fi minya koma. Inti tase na shase na chase me humosi ma monso ma shade ma tade. Kan se wakodo. Ekuku wanke fi Fernando ko. E original fiti hard to hold. Africa so flow we share Kokrokoo. Aye ni nyina.
Ebo.
Mama kaba. Box am promotion. Mama na mama. Box am promotion.
Finally. Last one. Enjoy.
Bishane Sakamajan so. Me pese me miss chances. Crunch this way and shame me home. Pese binya puna for manches. Ready.
Baby me. Me so me dano. Sa kwebia beshe yente mo seniama. Ai chichile. Odia mingado. Odosa kama odosa kama nyamini. Sawa Maserati Bugatti Wosika chasa mweja cry and tijai Wasa ya baye ni show Nasu ya be mumudo Wasa ya baye ni show Nasu ya si ya tijai Kanagafa Ferrari Kanagafa Bugatti Ofamia no Maserati
I knew the song will bring you out, Michael Jojoji. I'm waiting to see if Jimmy Aloti will also appear.
Atadwina ya meso amede ko achini yetete mo konogo na medi mate ho me kofa me master get ni twasini me mvidi be shebro na madwan wan tipa trucks na metina di be pien
Akwesi Jating, good morning, bro.
ka be di mi boto mabugo enjoy hey me da case be ko mo de Maserati never make strategy ya emfa this am swat no beto so that you the body no when busy body me di bugo na me chichi wani on the teacher man
And to you, AJ, have a good one.
man how who me the kia no be
Wasa ya baye ni show Nasu ya be mumudo Wasa ya baye ni show Nasu ya si ya tijai Ferrari Go take your Bugatti Kanagafa Maserati Kanagafa Ferrari Kanagafa Bugatti Kanagafa
Shouting out here, Priscilla Quating. Have a good one. To you, Mr. Mamu, formerly of DVLA, good morning.
Come on, pano me no baba, Bugatti no matter piano, beat up bidaba, adame so, bidaba, never so. What's I am by any show? That's
Yabemu Muda. Boys, Abayeni Shi. Kofi Go, good morning. Yes, ENTJ. Happy birthday, Samuel Nyakun Newman of Promasido. It's from Charles Freku and Valerie Opata and Eric Hinekolo of Promasido Ghana Limited. Okay, 9:15.
Peace FM.
Ebium.
Peace FM.
What's your high friend saying?
Peace FM.
Enum kakra.
Peace FM 104.3. Who to me
The Honorable, Venerable, Irrepressible Central Regional Minister Kwame Duncan. Our positivity.
Hey, wow, win.
Akwaba.
Hey, Jagger.
Anape.
Yes.
Oh, Ekulubreday. Any madubu. Minister, that's Anape.
Okay, sir.
Jamie C. Kwabna Bonfe.
One Chairman General.
Former acting Central CPP General Secretary. Attempted incumbent and failed. But still going strong.
The National Forum.
The editor of the National Forum newspaper.
Managing editor.
There be also me DB count. I could see a friend of Bob or Vicenza or Italy Otio. You Bob Yadasi. Kabila Osameka. Na amount for whom? Oh, Juma, why get
anyone anymore?
Coffee Cumbers and a kind WW when you want way more. Samuel Brian Boabin says, you are not a member of the Nothing I Get gang. You're a big man. Samuel, you know, Sabi said, I cry too, but I cry in the rain. I'll leave it there. Okay. Let's move on. All right. Anyway, Kwamna Anape Boninim. Election 2020, less than 90 days to go. NDC launches its manifesto, touts a $10 billion accelerated infrastructure plan, the big push. Imani to NDC, how do you intend to fund the 10 billion big push? Legalization of Okada, returning of seized excavators, refreshing news or populist mantra? Rolling Stone Edu, the Ahoy's other NDC bigwigs absent at launch. Then we'll go to AOB, Ejapa is here, and what have you. But, CC, one launch you want to Cape Coast to them. NDC to our launch for UPSA. The battle of the manifestos. And the beat goes on. Kwame Naminteo.
Yo, Chairman General.
Yes, sir.
And I pay. Mincho Sunkukra Naminchia. Wait here for and pim. And can film from Mantomufu.
Yeah, Jodo.
Na Mamfa Wokwan Casido. Na Mama Oman Paint Silunkwa. Kwame
na.
Oman Paint there. Oye Foreign Affairs Minister. Na ehwe Nejuma Odi Deboa Kufuor, President Kufuor na ben within the sub-region, then the African continent, and the world at large. A diploma par excellence.
Par excellence.
Excellence, okay. I don't know what kind of French.
French for one profile.
Okay. Okay, but I say par excellence.
Excellence.
All right.
French for one profile.
Na Kwame
na.
Ne imze de SMS omam na mo obotu ya car Liberia. Oye ekwa osi omanum na mo a all there ECOWAS wotu President Kufuor no ye chair of the ECOWAS Kufuor Foreign Affairs Minister onu nsunsuado no de Liberia ebodu be mewebodu in the sub-region na mopi na nua oye Togo hiara nsem ho ase wa batum say the French what wa baka we twase from but they be you know jere e jere wa e jere kurukura na otenenti so kwa manada he rubs shoulders with Uja from Waben. She able to
Bani Rambe.
You ono do tututata kago na waba mugwegu na kwame de ne yodo adze hu ne pan-africanist posture philosophy de yebotum yaye abroshia French prime minister kaso kan de fa Africa hu de Africa ni yeye ne kanko na oba ma Africa fa wo be bia wedimu na oko United Nations is that content of his speech and delivery, my goodness. Dani oya ECOWAS amaya man mpemfo a wode da no ekehiem wo Niger Niamey ma ne mfrafo nyina hu de juma ridi wo umem eba mpuntu a edzaba kankwa edzaba na mansun bi nso so oya sub-region also nyina hedo wode oya wo fa na ECOWAS chairmanship wode kitan amampai mobo abado impa wa ebi da no fa na egbafo de kwa me de African Continental Free Trade Area Shanamoti Adaba Mayim Secretariat. Amazing. Every side you turn a Kufado. An amazing, extraordinary leader. Mubonabado pa na Kwame Wintro Nikada.
By them again.
Asana Mabawan Masro, what the room? Where no fool? And prim.
Tell our boss me, you know. Our boss me, you know.
Obia, you been no manu. Here's the last in us more cows throughout history. The inaction of those who could have acted, the indifference of those who should have known better,
and the silence of
and
those
the
who should have
silence
spoken.
of the voice of justice when it mattered most has made it possible for evil to triumph.
Kwame.
Me ya Ghana nyima pa. Embibodu anyameba from Momokwan. Mamba mu wo fasefo manyankofo mabusua datra mapede wo betena asumdwim. We as a country haven't spoken louder enough. Obia wa your man paying da Kwame, ayo man paying da or pede what the tumbasia man. Eyi ebusuaku adehye tradada Kwame na sakawa chede froster sakawa chede confidence trickster sakawa chede ya criminal o man paying da eyi ebusuaku tradada why him fa kase de ye chichiro o man na sere papa ebusuaku a wa hwa aboa ma o man na chichira into me achim Kwame into me achim mfim da are we expecting that o man paying da di oya achim free they should react in equal measure. They should also be tagging the ethnic group that former president belongs to.
I don't think so.
That is why Kwame we must condemn this. Osa na mawa besin abayada. Wa cast Achimfu in very bad light. And this says ya so bia yi Achimfu dealer. Kasa o man paying da botwa in there. Where ndabra bafo. Where a po bafo. Kasa o da botu amanfu wotiri meyin.
But what's in them no patch?
Kwame. If someone writes a very derogating article about the president and tags the president as Achim Mafia, then you repost it. And then not just leaving it as Achim Mafia, then you give it a new heading, Achim Sakawa Boys. Tell me. Catch him the Mushawa. Mushoriachi, my bag, my sanko, my kokekos. Tell me. Say Yankasa, Osa Fata do the Wakasa, and I ask myself, on my paying that that's all his administration will be inclusiveness. He will unite the country. Kwame, are you telling us there? On my paying that Namimpangwa wape gumpewe, the man de Sumunado, Manu of the Sumunado, and but there, whatever your man payna, what to Trina they see Achimema. My goodness. That he is going to meet with people he describes as fraudsters and criminals? Is that the point? Achimfo, ahimfo, bobo ngwede omba paying bra. There's a real issue there. Real issue. If he had described the Guvado as a Sakawa president, I'll be okay with that. That is his view. But the Kwame, Ebusoku, this shit do one nanum, wejanum, wamba, one nanum, and generation. A use one as an identity. A use one ake waya Sakawa. My goodness. There is something that is pending that this country ought to deal with. That is why the entire country must reject. Now, making the Marian Crabish more than Besuro may hit that the Mamfankan. I know I've seen it in your synopsis, but Mamfankan
Moing.
Don't say, Kokrokoo. That's right. There are say want to abandon on the basis there or you're younger than Oman paying or Tinado.
Naturally younger than him.
But that Oman paying on chain will.
One card on chain will.
Kwame.
Also, yes, the natural course of things.
Kwame. So vote for me because I'm younger. The man that is president is older, and by the same natural course, he expects that a man paying bowu and son on wewu. It is a card or one. Younger. He has a longer course. What is the meaning of that? You are wishing death for a colleague human being because of power. Hey, it makes it clear there. The man Bishri in a man for the Bisa there. So what was his role in the death of his boss?
That's stretching it, isn't it?
Kwame, you can stretch it because if on the basis of going to the polls, asking Ghanaians either to place their sovereign will in your hands or the other, you are asking that, look, this man has a shorter time to live. And then vote for me. That means that you are overly, inordinately ambitious. You can stretch it further that because of this inordinate ambition, he may have played a role in the death of his boss. Now, Moya throw in there. Moya throw in there. Moya throw Kweku. Moya throw in there. Promise you about that. Kwame, Kweku, I am telling you that, look, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh.
But I think that we should.
Kweku?
No.
Out of the abundance of the heart, the Bible tells us that the mouth speaketh.
So are you saying that he genuinely wishes death for Nana?
Kwame. What is the meaning of genuinely? What is the Ghanaian people? Can you play the video? No. For the sake of those who may not have heard it.
It is the interpretation or the additional effects that they can want to make contest. Men can the video na can on your authentic. No crampono is subject to examination, but the last point being
you may repeat or hobby.
Yeah. Kweku, the man is so inordinately ambitious there. It is not on the basis of what I'm able to do or what I've been able to do, but that go to the polls and cast your ballot on the account there. You put one or you're paying into a bow.
One can do boo.
Kwame, he says that the natural order is that he will die first.
Yes. But one can do boo.
What is the essence of all of this?
Yes, you can question the communication.
What is the essence of all of this?
That can be questioned.
Yes.
I agree with you.
Yes.
For me, it was a classic example of bad communication. But now you are interpreting it to the extent that you are bringing conspiracy theories, linking it to the death
I am permitted
of a city.
and I'm allowed on this because this is logic. This is logic.
Well,
if the man could show this extent of ambition, that indeed he would tell the Ghanaian people that vote for me because I'm younger. And the natural order is that as younger, I will live longer. I can see how such a person as vice president would want to see his boss die. I cannot see that. Now, Kwame, I'm a pain. I could mo wish me yarba. Mo wish me woo. If that is where your fortune depends. My daddy will rather say, "Damn no man paying. Waka there. So why be you there? You baby bobom." Now they did it in 2016. African Watch magazine. When you about training, no way painting. Cancer action, baby, nitra casino soba. Cancer action, quoting painted the madrina. This is where Akufo-Addo is. As buoyant, as energized as ever before. So you see who this person seeking to come back after the mess, running this country aground. You see what is in his heart. Kwame Mary Chimamba.
Ncha wasema pede kapana na aka no. We are sure they see Shabika
No.
You are in a militant.
And some like the Chimamba.
Kwame na.
Who enjoys it?
Marka then.
It's a era a baby of manifestos.
The battle of the manifestos.
So what is the meaning of that?
What
In the camera.
What is the meaning of battle of manifestos?
It's a one why you want it. And I this is what you want it.
Say your democracy one.
I
ask myself, are we giving a shot in the arm of former President Mahama? Are we giving a shot in his arm when he describes the entire country that we are people with a short memory? Otherwise, Kwame, for the sake of your work, you have a battle of manifestos. Otherwise, as a country, we seek to give a shot in this man's arm that all of us, we have a short memory. Kwame, his presidency from July 2012 right through to 2016, this country was just simply run aground. The economy, every year, he was just giving assurances every year, and eventually his incapability to manage. I am a finisher. Doing so continuously for 4 or 5 years. In Panagring and no one on Shedna, one chassis. Let Ghanaians be reminded. Ghanaians be reminded of Mampayinda da Don Mahama. Baby ma on your mind kwekasi or you kwekuduri. So let nobody come and talk about manifesto. Kwame, Danny Oko Upper West so say Upper East. My response to the battle of manifestos. Okay? Nasim Hokani. And that is where we will head in this discussion. Presidential candidate of the National Democratic Congress, John Dramani Mahama, says this year's general elections will be based on the trust that the electorates have for the leaders of the two main parties. He goes on, addressing members and supporters of NDC Ajrapa on Friday as part of his 4-day campaign tour of the Upper West region. Mr. Mahama said the MPP on the watch of Nana Addo Akufo-Addo in the year 2016 succeeded in waging a campaign of false promises to sway voters. But the December general elections, he said, is about comparing the records of the two parties. Simplicity. This is the matter. So let nobody bring in what I refer to as confidence trick manipulato. It's manipulation and manifesto joined together. Manipulato. Confidence trick manuplasto. Look, in that manuplasto, what they did not add was that we will resurrect the dead.
I mean,
that is what they did not add. That we will resurrect the dead. Confidence trick manuplasto. Kwame Yabafan Kokrokoo, I would have wished not to get to this at all. I mean, not to even because the paper on which it is not worth the paper on which it was written. But is that be Yabafan Kokrokoo? They tell us that.
Ano Bonukuku to Nyanko.
Kwame Yabo.
Ayabiani aba.
What's in it in Oboka Wako Wasa Wika Abba Mirum. Mirum Baba. Kwame, now something there.
Peace FM.
Fixing the economy and uniting against poverty. My goodness. President Mama, fixing the economy, uniting against poverty. Kwame, see, in this whole manifesto, you don't find anything on SADA. If you are talking about poverty, the northern regions of our country. The northern regions of our country are very, very endemic. So the record is not manifesto. The record that he himself concedes that will be the basis for the 2020 elections. No record in there. As president, he set up what he called SADA, Savannah Accelerated Development Authority.
Yes.
Do you know what happened out of that? It became a vehicle for stealing. Where was set up committee? SADA, after reports and reports after reports have come up, where was set up committee? Sika was saying, which did not benefit the good people of the northern regions. SADA, you intended to resolve poverty, so you were doing geographic specific programs. Geographic specific. It was right that Obiara Bababia was there, yes, there, or yeah, the northern regions of our country. Yeah, what they call affirmative, a certain affirmative action. Kwame, he set up SADA. This is the person who in 2016 went to those regions and told them that I am one of you. I am one of you. Eventually, we said that what happened? That was poverty. Now today, the same person, on the basis on the wrong assumption there, all of us, you were short memory. What I know about there, fixing economy, fight against poverty. Our retain. Sir, it was just the way now to two massy.
Also about correcting the mistakes. How about
my
that?
My goodness. There, Kwame. A driver able to car and share the whole engine oil, fuel, battery, be there. Now, but I can't miss one make you as a mass parker. Yeah, try and narrow presidential candidate. It's a member by experimentation. There are more when we make mistakes. It's a member my correct mistakes. A member. Hey, we can do a thing like this. Kwame, that a president, whichever steps he takes, whichever decisions he makes, Kwame, they have far-reaching consequences. And now, by your president, it's I am from Dupi. We should give you the opportunity to come and correct those mistakes. Are we damn sure that if you came, we will not even have the mistakes in
not in honor why you be there.
You don't know what you do.
Ain't you
on why you mistake?
Ain't you know him baby?
I don't know why you mistakes in that. And so I don't know about some mistake in the bill. Kwame, we will not toy with our fate as a country. So that is one. Fixing the economy and fighting against poverty. Kwame, okay. I say reprieve in taxes. Taxes. At the time in 2016, we had told the good people of this country that the way out is not taxation, but it is production. And see, taxes in there from our nuisance taxes. And Kwame, if you go to our delivery, we have indeed delivered. obi odi tem President Mama NDC was a total to baby masa bank. And you know why everybody must be encouraged to bank? Do you know why? It is because you get resources from all ends for the bank to lend to people to get into productive sector and to grow the economy. And see, to get people to go to bank and do here President Mama NDC, the taxes by services in the bank. This what the tax to do? Look what the tax to do. The Kwame Mabaka say my brain. My quick BB Adasa. Mamedi, Mada, Namada Medi. Kwame, on look robber. Nina, President Mama, the tax to Nina, Cadlas. Ada ekwafu obazi badwe duma Kwame today the same man on the account there Ghana fo yen che na we fi nti orba na we be yi taxes me na wo me so na there are many that have lined up so that he comes to understand his record I say you will find pensioners pensioners Kwame President Kufo and NPP there's no doubt about it there. Amembu President Kufo Babem mo hwe mo de adwuma fa wa pon ho adwuma na wa pon adwuma Kwame on da wo friend more pension onye adikasi bia botum na za bobra nti President Kufo mo ye yin de odi bedi akụ committee babade me bedi akụ committee when you stakeholders share ye adwuma good when you adwuma wie Kwame mo kwekasi yin there ya my threshold point which will be from 2010 all through oye tier 2 and she show pay me there oya unions no hankasa obohwe ma wenya ho scheme managers into 2010 ina okopre medam da chara wa hyase wotua na ho a wo ye diwun wetuma twa hoka Kwame all through 2010 to 2016 unions were in constant fight with President Mama and his NDC government. Our year pensionary tema and the manifesto abade there will be a 13th month from 2010 to 2016 tier 2 Ekufu Dubai same Ekufu Dubai just 2017 and this one is government begins payment of tier 2 pension contributions CTFM and I read just a portion. Government has commenced the payment of the tier 2 pension contributions of public sector workers into their registered schemes. 12 labor unions consisting of the Ghana Medical Association, the Ghana National Teachers of Ghana Association of Teachers, the Civil and Local Government Staff Association, among others, lay down their tools, fighting the SY Mama government to pay up several years of negotiation. Today, Kwame, the same man today, 10th round, no way, but you are catch your mind there. Hey, pension. Remember, come on. My son Kwame is a 13th man that he refers to as bonus. But I can't. Kwame, go further. And it is sad. It is sad. See, the philosophy underpinning this manifesto. Only there.
Manifesto.
Kwame, tell me this is what I've chosen to call it. This is we will resurrect the dead manifesto. That is what is left to be added. Mawaka there mayadibe mawaka na top up e bia yakwa ya basa that one e wufu ina ye benya ho. The philosophy underpinning this only there. Don't mind what we capture in there that we are unable to fulfill them. Don't mind. All we seek to do is to get power.
All I seek to do is to ask them Pochoka Fantin and pay me there. I work on my bro from
Edo, enti I am the man me safum.
San from Yanko.
Kwame na. Hwe enhyeya. Ana butaya order manipulate na sin there. My yakike wo bi na and immediately they would buy 50 promises. ma yakeke na yede ayeda ya buetim de be ya na ebotum ya yo o wa ritem na momo na ide ye petum ko say na me yetum mo 4 years na mo retwe me saka. That's all. That is the philosophy underpinning this. Na say Kwame ekode oya oman panyin dada
no it's easy form
mpocho Mr. da hom Kwame wa na de banti ada ba so atwero ho
anti ma atwero ho ewie
good Kwame asema da no je ho de we will ban the law. Jesus Christ. The narrative for the past I cannot recall many years only there Ebeni share no man yeba fi or your export of raw materials and all of that to industrialization. Yet the value added economic paradigm. Yet the value addition get what him. Or send us here to be the man. Kwame onu ena oye sika da ba na hodino kufom na hodino kufom na hodino kufom e ma which the cycle of depreciation of the city. And so oya honest in their heart. Obia yede tumi pen na mepe just to satisfy a certain agenda that I was not able to finish and I must come and complete. Say yet tumi pen na mepe o man pen na banyo da zu hu ayen hihye do odi etum oya ye industrialize one area to industrialize is the automobile industry. Ayen hihye makwame the giants of the automobile industry have all come here. Now why shall I say? It's in the front of the local industry. If there's a problem, not led by Utumikeke. Look, those issues which have come up, I pledge there your boshe number yashisha yet to ye so that we have a win-win, and one side of the look you were a ha into one train they will win. In the long-term agenda, they have a transfer technology. You have the automobile industry. Ghana, therefore, in the next 5-10 years, we have indigenous companies. Indigenous companies are quite one case. Why shall I say your automobile? For the sake of power. Now, something there, I will ban, just destroy the law. And see, I retain, Mr. Don't let these people, don't let President Mama underestimate your intelligence. Don't. Now,
Mary,
I
need you to form one. I'm coming.
Why you do me there? Why you do me there? A man for Nankasa, or Pewada Dahon. I heard the chairman speak. The chairman spoke yesterday on air. There, and war as car dealers, as spare parts dealers, they have had a good discussion with the president and the ministry and the minister. When waja tunde, what should the way to more? Obabwa, Emma, Obiara, Ewin. It's to come back in a second round. I want to affirm and hereby affirm that on my in your crowd there, baby, my president, mama, and NDC. Why you on my Kokrokoo and watching ya crum or ya crum that kind of you been put a kind of a borrow cosser. The cholera 243 what we Nalina Kwame, you're from this country. We are not ready and prepared to place our fate in the hands of former President Mama and the NDC.
Kwame Duncan thanks Ole Bin Hohoy says the NDC should also tell us whether if they'll change the name of the seat of government from Jubilee House to Flagstaff House, and if yes, why? Nana Hesiodri says Mr. Mahama told us that Ghanaians should give him another chance to come and correct his mistakes. The Asantehene Otumfuo 72 advised him to tell Ghanaians his mistakes as president. Mr. Mahama must know that Ghanaians don't have short memories. Nana Hesi or Jiri. The implications of what Mr. Hamas said was that Nanado will die within the next 4 years, which is his wish, I guess, done in Tema, says that one. And then moving on beyond that one, please tell the Venerable Kwame Duncan to slow down. He appears too worked up this morning, but I love his righteous indignation. Kofi Asare, Achim Kwabeng sends that one. People's Manifesto has crucified the MPP government. Onyame medawase. Kwame na pensionum Akilu Fantiakwa Begro. We were made to believe, I think, that this year's elections will be focused on track records and achievements. I cringe to hear that Mr. Mahama, who called for this, is rather engaged in name-calling and old age and death politics. It's a clear confirmation of the saying that in Tokwa Fumwa, na Tua Kika Kika, Kwesi Reynolds in Aguna Odobing. And this one also says, Teacher Kujo Tepa. Since when did President Mahama and the NDC believe in freebies? The man was screaming at the current government a few weeks ago. So how come all these freebies are going to be delivered to the good people of Ghana? Is it because President Nana-Addo has done what seemed impossible? I am saying this unashamedly and unequivocally that this is the first time Ghanaians have witnessed a people-centered manifesto meticulously drafted by competent people in the NDC. A manifesto which seeks to unravel the severe hectic hardship confronting Ghanaians. Ayipe in Esisriwa says Kwamna can shout, yet we will sack them from power. The NDC in its manifesto has promised to create 250,000 jobs in a year, making it a total of 1 million in their first term. The MPP in 3 years and 8 months has created a total of 2,055,000 jobs. Ghanaians can settle for less. 4 more for Nana Alaska in Oforikrom. Tony Osesari in Adenta says, I really love it when political parties make huge and big promises. At least it forces politicians to work towards them. Nana-Addo and the MPP gave a huge promise of free SHS and it's implemented. Now the NDC is also forced to make big promises. But Chairman, we already know how ex-President Mahama failed to deliver. And then Kwame Duncan, more fire from Nanaya Bruni. I was completely disillusioned and jaw-broken when I heard former President Mahama make those distasteful comments when he tried to draw a linkage between death and debt, all in an attempt to suggest that President Akufo-Addo is nearer to his grave and must be voted against. How can a former president stoop so low? Desperation for power. Sir Obama in Pokwase. Please tell President Mahama that our votes are not correction fluid to be used to correct his mistakes. Money from Teshi.
Chairman General.
But your brain be why? Medasi, so no other general butcher. Amen. Also, sir.
And some no stage, if do no, I'm say Abutra, and I say, Minister. And then I charge you. Kwame.
Wama kweku cry di ahead.
Me pesa me public interest issues me no bi. Did kind efa aposifo a womu.
In the meantime, Philip Abansuchia from the US.
We bi anya kwehye ho. Kaje say that's why you kutem.
Yes, what's your aposifo?
Aposifo a womu gina ekwan ho anajo ebo ban. Ehwe se kwamukafo anase ya tu kwan nante anajo obia ho beto no kwa ma observe if you say kwan bi so between nante anajo kakra ene ahoache akwan 20 me free elections mo ba enche kwame ayi ubedru stay babi no bo hu say putupru na hu say almost barrier ho signal bia emba ahead say bia 1 kilometer ahead and I say yacht dudu bia ebema driver washa say ato ne boase na said the city no
I will reflectors.
You don't see them.
Sometimes.
They are
sometimes
they are not there.
Okay.
The mesra IGP any MTTD penny for policy for asama make any obia ade na obi na catch them say menka but I've observed it. A policy for one more bob no so kwame minim say eye wo mo hia sempa e bia wo mutimi nka nche wo penny for but ha dwene ubedu ba bi na e bia wo to okra ejo mo ahome putupu na ade a me fi say yeso anu ebe yi de to so bi kwame eye apomuden ho nsem enam say oman say state entimi nye apomuden ahweye ahodo ahu adwuma enti minim say ankrankran ne asafo ene esom ahodo wo nkramofo Christopher de ene ankrankran binum set up health facilities around the country. Chairman General.
Yes.
Mr. Pa. And this is from a personal experience. I won't mention which institution. But Ghana Health Service, Ministry of Health, Mr. Wonum, capacity are health service providers no use no. Mr. Womu monitoring and supervisory teams. Say Womu enhwe pa. Kwame.
Kwame.
Sometimes will be a physician assistant. Ono na oda sabia ye na no. And I'm say yenni a good transport system unti and I say obi on kra woni car unti. Obe free baby a wote akọ a proper health facility no eyedin. Enti o se o minko ayi bi a community and I say mantem ayi mansin had mo health facility e wa. Bokwa ko wie no obi a owo special health problem na ye treating it to say obi a only special health problem mesre ana mo amodi sa adwuma no so health service providers ya de yare fo bi ba na say wa ho di nru wa kwame hwe si wo kwan so beka se mintumi mawie
answer na kwabna beto asono ye ma mi bi enua ba bi ewo Worcester, Massachusetts, Ophelia Irajua Boachi and iwa woda. So happy birthday to you, Ophelia Irajua Boachi in Worcester, Massachusetts. Love from your daughter Ohenewa and the entire family. The good Lord richly bless you. And also to you Ajua Bame. Well, I've called her sister Ajua from when I was a child. So happy birthday, sister Ajua Bame. It's from Kojo Bene and the Okwapan family and all of us to you. Wishing you God's blessings. Kwabna Twaso.
General.
Yeah.
Now to issues out there to the NDC launches manifesto. And then the Kikamu be brave. General, okay, I say, and now to say now, and now the one before, and I'm hinting say, plagiarism. Yeah, Kokrokoo catch me say, that's me preempt it. No, so it is to caution. But when me person me kind enema ba kum yenu be free krata bia owura bia ye frɛ no Jeff D. Grisho
also then
watro ewo Journal of African History 2011 volume 52 issue number 2 between pages 179 to 199 on Kwame Nkrumah rehabilitation in Ghana. That's the caption on it. Cambridge University Press and they publish here. Kwame, mitio tie me kan bibi na tie. Influenced by development economics. This is on page 183. Influenced by development economics, Nkrumah decided that Ghana needed a big push towards industrialization.
Big push.
Take note of that. Now I go to page 184. Kwame tio.
Mitio.
The experts endorsed the idea of a big push, but the plan's architect, J.H. Mensah, drew criticism for overestimating the country's potential for raising large amounts of capital extremely quickly.
Big push, J.H. Mensah.
Not J.H. Mensah. The experts, and the experts included Kwame.
You mentioned J.H. Mensah, did you?
Yes, he was.
And I just referred to the name.
Thank you, okay.
So let's move on. Yeah.
Maminko, page 185. Tio.
Me too.
To achieve the big push, he needed to absorb 1,100,000 new workers into the economy by 1970. Does that also ring a bell?
Big push. 1 million
and
jobs.
1 million jobs. Thank you. Now, page 85. In 1962, Adamafio, that's Tabi Adamafio, anticipated the plan by announcing the program for work and happiness. Yet, Matisse, inclusive what? Democracy, jobs, and happiness.
Prosperity.
Oh, happiness,
Okay, no problem.
One kind.
I thought I saw prosperity.
Now, I have a draft of program of the Convention People's Party for Work and Happiness. It's I signed 14th May 1962. Chairman General.
Meet you.
Last year, 2019, we are as an invitee to the Labour Party's manifesto launch. Now, and yes, if you call we invite NDC for so. The manifesto of the Labour Party,
the UK Labour Party,
was dubbed the People's Manifesto, and they showed us how the People's Manifesto came into being, how it was drafted. Me was Jeremy Corbyn, the official speech of my Ohanmo. Now I say how I say people before privilege, for the many, not the few. Kwanya your first year People's Manifesto NDC for their two manifesto no so no. Now me expect say Professor Danso Boafo or on a head of a or not say methodology no a wo di ye no enye ready or be ready at the end of the month. As a student of research, Kwame, research product can only be an outcome of the methodology. You have your methodology established.
Into patches, so sabi ako faithfully, baby.
Oh, Mr. Me can't say baby or hard man.
But Fanessa ni na no
credit. Because
Meba Fanessa ni na no credit. Say they are learning from maybe our best practices across the world and in the past. What's wrong with it?
There's nothing wrong with that if you make the admission and you make the concessions. In fact, plagiarism is only because my picky idea from you without crediting you.
So me credit you okay.
It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, obian one more idea be your day bano. The fufu. What kind of Ecclesiastes are?
Nothing new under the sun.
There's nothing new under the sun. But credit. Give credit where it is due. Now, do you know why somebody would not want to credit someone? Dishonesty. Insincerity. Chairman General, and I saw it at the manifesto launch. I was disappointed. President Mahama started very well in his speech. Said and Kwame say the teleprompters were very visible on the screens. I don't know why, but coordinators would want to look at it well. Teleprompters, yes, they are used, but they don't have to be visible. We don't have to see that he's reading from some. And then the approach, or kind teleprompter or they may be so anymore, walking kind. And the coordination, I saw a discordance. What was he saying? What was the vice presidential candidate supposed to come and say? Any de kaka ho na meka ayi methodology na asem no Professor Danso Boafo ka kire say ebeye ombeye na available to the party and of course to the public by the end of the month. President Mahama kasa no o ma ye hu kwan a ofa so in fact he hinted he gave us the outline of the methodology. And you know me wonder why the chairperson of the committee did not explain, because I know ni expect is not professor wa bimu I no come if say ono na be ni focus say yani agriculture for share and some wa mo kan ye nie yani industry for share de wa mo kan ye nie yani school for students ekasa ye de wa mo kan ye nie yani agadi for ekasa ye de wa mo kan ye nie yani seamstress any tailors share magazine fitters yeni wo garages association yeni wo share guta yeni wo share labor TUC paying for yeni wo share. I have my doubts if indeed the prescribed ways of organizing or putting together a people's manifesto was followed. If indeed it was, it would have been very easy. But that is their choice, and I'm not surprised, Kwame. Osha NDC ne kofa by na me adom in the your friend saying the criminal PNDC breach contested confessions of an accomplice. You will get glimpses of what I'm talking about. Especially back to the book Bia One Nana Tudazi Troye, Justice DF and Ghana in the service of democracy. Now, what the truth is here near, who the origins, any and same binwa womoki kaya ne so. Now, I want to dwell on one thing because of time element. Is the area of corruption.
Need here.
Tamanjana. Okay. Kratabia. Me can once last week as the last 2 weeks. Roots of Corruption, the Ghanaian Inquiry by Herbert H. Welling, 1972. Okay, sa article we are. Now the kind Professor J.A.I. Media no our revisit sa article ina. Who say Adebia ade di pa on the talk of corruption in Ghana. And they say ye the crime boneso and we discuss corruption corruptly, and that's why we don't get to the root of it. Now say Welling say between 1966 and 1969 commissions of inquiry set it up on the Nkrumah regime were in excess of 40. The fight against corruption was regime targeted, including a commission to inquire into the Kwame Nkrumah properties chaired by Justice F.K. Apalu. Yes, setting up commission said, Kwame Nkrumah Japademu. Sa commission yes at here. Omushe no ajapade papa no de beta din say no nibi. Commission into the inquiry into the affairs of Nadeco. Msa kwaku bo ho yasem kakra ha. Sa company na CPP establish here say enfranye business no. Eno no omu issues be, but issues are no wom say na sika bi aba company no mu a
no say and fast forward, what does it have to do with us? What are you trying to establish?
Challenge me I'm establishing that if you fight corruption regime targeted without appreciating say eye omamu no nyina su ani ade edi enya uda bia no uti na nkomo na ekoso enano. I've not seen a copy of the my request is Samidian visa or mama copy or nyama minti minka musem kesi do mo kika ho and I may discuss here, and I hope say you indulge me briefly. Chairman General me wo a copy of Ghana Integrity Initiative local chapter of Transparency International on report bi o dated November 2011. And na me wo Kwame, on perception of corruption in Ghana, key institutions. Tabulate institutions, so Ghana Police Service, Ghana Health Service, education, political parties, public service servers, judiciary, customs, religious bodies, any other. And indicators not corrupt, somehow corrupt, very corrupt, extremely corrupt. Oh, my score from corrupt, very corrupt, and extremely corrupt. Corrupt the OD first are public servants. Very corrupt the OD first are the executive. Extremely corrupt the OD first are customs. Chairman General, political party actors. To say minimum NDC for the omukoye and normally MPP for so yes had the power. And they said they be a target, especially the executive. Say when you're corrupt. My submission is say, on my way say it no. Corruption is so endemic among the populace. Say the Ghanaian voter, and I've just experienced it in CPP elections. The voter feels that it is his right to be paid to vote.
Fair delegates.
Whether he will vote for you or not, it's not an issue. Say all baba exercising the right to vote no. Say woman is car. Kwame. Say no corruption there. Civil servant or ten officer all year do you try cap so me. Officer Kwame. What on anymore all year a juma keep paper be the amount no. As say woman is car. Because or in that service you try to work at the amount. It is woman is car. And your corruption there no. Police ni akwa chi obi a wakwa report o say wo dana se it's a thinking enti say ya nhwe kwan ya be fa so akwo ketasiane project na ya nyai kasa na ya kan basa no a ha dwene bebre tamagena mete say ya say a size of government and referring to office of the president size no anope me try am sanka na me pe the recent because a record say office of the president staff as I say you filed in my parliament Chairman General the last regime I have records here I made request me I'm a student of parliament kwa na me ta frequent here na say na bibinti maja kakra me request here the mensaka of the previous regime for the 2014 and 2013 years. Me will report ni now ha. Kwa me unim say 2013 there no. Report na call parliament no. Now presidential staffers no. The grand total was 661. In 2014, the grand total rose to 678. For a comparative analysis, a proper one to be done. Me pese yebehunu the present state of office of the president staff. Na no so no ya ucha document we ya say uma details. One more politically appointed, one more public and civil servants, one more any drivers ni one more kika hu nyina my explanation no. Chairman General, enti manifesto launch and send bin mo ye tie ebi assistance for persons with disability. Now, Chairman General,
yeah,
persons with disability issues, no, you can't woman and somehow I feel say we are not being fair with that category of people. I guess a discussion in patronage. We are not sincere and real about it. Chairman General, 1961. As a prelude to the 7-year development plan, Mpachotiu, the CPP administration under Kwame Nkrumah, decided say, "Kwame be ana colonial administration no efa so, didi juma efa omo edi dem, any one no more, omo ho den so ate ne de kai ho no. Ese oye bibi fa ho because the colonial administration and they now are interested and say you be you more free street so. And as a prelude to the 7-year development plan, one more program here based on the recommendation of an expert and free UK, your friend Wilson. Not here, Grisho article no. Or say the CPP accepted Wilson's recommendation and began to develop its disability program in 1961. As a first step, the government created a rehabilitation section within the Department of Social Welfare and Community Development. Nkrumah followed this by declaring the 3rd week of June in 1961 Handicapped Citizens Week, during which all disabled citizens were encouraged to register with the rehabilitation sections. Missy from Nkwame. Without appreciating this history of an effort towards integration of persons with disability, 2006, Persons with Disability Law, Act 715. Kwame, instrumental as I say pass as a subsequent to that act. I the implementation I am reno. Mene kasani yenye.
James Kwabena Bonfe and Moten Nkano. I'm in the process of sending you a soft copy of the NDC manifesto.
Okay, send the money. Now, Obama conclude with 2 statements. Cows are trapped by their horns. Men
by their
their words. Second one, Malawi for proverb. Second one, no. Dr. Henry said Danane catcher me. Or see, you can live a life on sympathy, but you cannot succeed in life on sympathy.
Eja Daminenyan Memu says, Chairman General, when we pointed out his mistakes, he told us he was a dead goat. Now he wants to come back and correct those mistakes. Never again, JM. The ever discerning and truthful Ghanaian knows the king of plagiarism in Ghana. Tell Kabila and Kwame they can cry blood. It won't change the mindset of the electorate who mean well for Ghana. The elephant will soon relocate to the bush. Shadow Walker in Kumasi. I don't understand President Mahama. The one you've learnt your mistakes from is still in office. You're asking us to take him away and bring you the mistaker in Takrade. Well done to Kabila. I've been wondering for the past few days or so why the NDC's plagiarism of the Labour Party's 2019 manifesto has not been picked up by the Ghanaian media. Osafo Kantanka in Ajrin, Ghana. And then from the sequence of accounts given by Kabila, I have no doubt the NDC manifesto has been plagiarized. Nanaya Bruni says, and if so, this manifesto cannot be a palpable solution to our problems. We don't own it. Concerned Bele, I wish you could play the speech of the NDC General Secretary Siodin Keti on how they selected their running mate and let the public assess the comments. Okay, I don't have that, but I will check if I'll find it. Grego, we've been talking manifesto business for a while.
Yes.
And the issues. And there's a report said the Ahoy brothers were not there. Let me place on record that Mr. Kwesi Ahoy was there. A quick correction. Kwamina Ahoy and Ato Ahoy were not able to make it, but Mr. Kwesi Ahoy was there. Just a quick correction. Brem.
Yeah, Anaconda Kwame. Me copy. My request for 2 copies from one.
Raise your voice a bit, please.
Yes, my request
for 2 copies.
For 2 copies, but we'll catch them there. I didn't know it's so hot. It's like a hot cake. Minya one pay. May send it back a response to. It's a good friend and somebody I admire and like. No, Minister of State under President Mahama. Me kind of nature cop me here one for the office staff. Now me so me keep one. But me say I didn't eat a hot cake and a month we chase I didn't buy hard tinty. Woman copy me a photocopy. Me the photocopy now my office staff. This is I can there was soft copy.
Was soft copy.
How many pages?
143.
Okay, in the bottom I sent to me there, Mama, me guys not print.
Yeah.
Why is I wait for the
print? I hope you and Kabila would also remember that CC manifesto me
surprise us. But the same way the MPP didn't know minya Torah minyibi na mi hwe so inti mentuma any extensive commentary. And to be honest, quite my attitude towards manifesto, that me read from page 1 to the end. Jump.
It's not only manifestos. I know you read everything like that.
Yes, me jump.
Books, autobiographies about the body.
It's a fact. They be of huge public interest. Now I jump to that place. But now saying because of the coverage of social media and so why it scan through Facebook nengama, WhatsApp nengama ne, ikushebi na me unti. One or 2 things me to mark. I have to be very honest. Mean comprehensive study of something I haven't seen and haven't read. Radio and TV live coverage, so mean to man focus. Kakrabo have 3 minutes ne distractions be a beam. So really enjoy a BB crampo or then me decline comment.
Kwekubako manifesto to be hot cake. Back.
Oh, I was told. I body name of the person because I don't disbelieve him coming.
Yeah.
quantity I print in the chain. And yes, to the extent of 2 1 2. I don't think he meant any ill motive. He just was being honest with me. So I accepted in good faith. Metron copy now what promise me no. Now the point I'm making is there such things they want to be fair. Say in read you know, and then you share it's a bit unfair to do a critique. That is the principle.
So you want us to move on? The other issues you want to take?
No, one or two. Me kind of scan social media and they one or two.
Yeah.
Me who graphic is it Adom online war report to be NDC to probe killing of JB Dankwa, Ahmed Swali, Mahama. Is that captured in the manifesto?
It is.
You've seen it in the manifesto?
Yes, sir.
Well, I haven't seen it in the manifesto.
Have you seen it?
I've seen it.
But I've heard reports that NDC would probe the Ahmed Swale, JB Dankwa.
Yeah, me. You see,
Kweku, your bedroom voice has taken over this morning.
oh no, good old changer.
One change, yeah, Mr. One fan come.
Na visa from the home you.
Yeah, sure. Indeed, I will start shouting. Ewa Kwame.
Yeah.
Inti, me beside me home. Is this captured in the manifesto? I have a certain challenge with it, and it's not the first time. Sabakaya 2008 manifesto NDC will capture also the Yana case in Sabakaya. Then also Isa Mobila. And indeed, subsequent to that Waba Power, no, President Mills' first State of Nation address or reinforcing State of Nation address, I don't have a difficulty if you project those things within the context of State of Nation address. But I'm not too sure whether it's properly placed if it comes to a manifesto. I may be wrong.
That's a manifesto here.
I'm not too sure, Kwame. Sebeka, what happened with Ayana case?
Somebody has sent me a soft copy ahead of you.
Ah, okay.
Okay, I mean, Kwame send. I would get my printed out.
Yeah.
Yana the what the make no a controversial.
Yeah.
And they insisted there we set up presidential commission Sebekaya because they didn't believe in the Waku commissioner Kufuor set up. No, I remember they even ridiculed it that apart from chairman and no judge, even though judge or kind of no MPP ni
Justice Waku.
Or if you can put there educationalist, I'm the lady involved now.
Professor Yanka.
No, Yanka was a linguist. And the linguistics had nothing to do with murder.
Yeah.
We free.
Okay.
And then the lady, there was a lady, the name has just escaped me. Yes. Wakanda also educationalist, and also education has nothing to do with murder. At the end of the day, Kwame Sabakaya, we are U10. Why is in government? Presidential Commission number, though, but we are criminal investigations. Musabaka prosecution, by investigation and prosecution, and it ended the same way now. Those two people now MPP for the work administration, the work court the same way. My train if he judge no crown by a target. I was thinking that they might have learned their lessons, but when they and here again, I think I must be careful because Mimi who does manifesto no more. Kwamna says that I want to go along with Kwamna for a while. But down to them, Kwamna, both of us, about apologize.
Oh, yeah, is there?
We about retract me and apologize. Let me start with JB Dankwa. Also, over comments, investigations. But JB Dankwa, no time in
under them.
He was murdered under Mahama administration.
And if an action criminal or action fraudster dies, what is your reason to go and investigate it then?
Oh, Kwamna.
Yeah,
What's the name?
Kwame na.
Achim Sakawa man is dead.
No, but you are
stretching it.
Kwame, you are stretching this thing.
Master, you have no idea what the impact of what he said. What it is.
Exaggerated.
And what is the exaggeration here? What is the exaggeration here? You take a whole group, their identity. Maybe on your winter.
No, Inima.
You see, I will comment on this thing in my.
Okay, your subsequent. Okay,
but I'm pleading. It is not something palatable. We should not encourage.
That is why the man must be made to render unreserved apology.
Yeah, but the manner in which you also present that your protest can further degenerate.
What is the meaning of further degenerate? In Pawaka you don't blame him there. Once man now, come on, Oba.
Na Kokrokoo ba ku no reka so.
Na Chinese no kaka da she me tell. Oba na obi aka fa fe say hijack Kokrokoo. Ema once man ba. Obi once man Oba na blame him. Him pa ka fa fe say ba na hwehwe na chirikwan.
I mean,
Kokrokoo,
a sitting member of parliament, JB Dankwa, was murdered in Yedama.
Professor Dolphine and Nepede Ebonizina. Wako Commission. Was it Professor Dolphine?
Yes, exactly.
Yes. Okay, so this was sent to me by Kwesi Senya. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks, man. That was February 2016. Police first started investigations. At the end of the day, there's a gentleman, and I weigh tupo, was standing trial. Yes, try not check. There's no doubt about that. But murder tries, this is not unusual. Minim say nim dama. Yes. I mean, a lot of more research material on murder tries.
By kind courtesy of Philip Osei-Bonsu, simply commonly popularly referred to as Obi. I read 10.12 of the NDC manifesto.
Exactly.
Freedom of the media.
I'm also there.
Point B.
Yeah.
Conduct investigations into the assassination of Ahmed Swale and other unsolved cases with a view to punishing the perpetrators and adequately compensating the dependents of the victims. Kokrokoo didn't believe it. Now it is here.
JB Dankwa.
I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah,
Obi, thank you.
It was the two I was putting together. But remember, Ahmed Dinero. Sisi, I'm dealing with JB Dankwa.
JB Dankwa, yes.
And I'm saying there, police started investigations. Police, the case in the court. The gentleman is on trial. Yes, gentleman, no, why statements be. I'm the big crowd court. It be so smuggled tapes in the videos. Create a lot of noise around. I mean, in him position, me kind of gentleman in some no can work total rubbish or afterthought. So I could praise that in him how people are coached to come and say all sorts of things. So it's not an unusual thing, but he was talking total rubbish. Now, Kwame, unfortunately, a gentleman, I'm quoting so no way engage in such distortions and diversionary statements. We have known political elements who have also gone out there accusing all sorts of persons. Bimo accused Tandobi, Bimo accused Anas, Bimo accused Papa Nana Meboa. Yes, all those things, very responsible statements have been thrown out there. Now, whilst the case is in court, police occasionally said, it's a tightrope because the people to mark look, the case is in court. Into police statements, no woman is body. Okay, but the police can call the court's attention to all these statements, because it could be prejudicial to the case no or court no. Whether you're MPU, whether you're a media man, or whether whoever you are, if you make such commentary, a case in a word or court, or there police from prosecution in this case, perhaps that should be a more precise way of putting it, should call the court's attention to all these things. Fine. One yet case is ongoing. Now you have a political party Well, capture when a manifesto with the, and this again with a note of caution because won't find evidence of JB Dankwa's inclusion in the manifesto named by. But if it's there, Kwame, I find it inappropriate.
Danger.
Why? The case is ongoing.
ABS too slow.
So what would you do?
Maybe they'll quicken the pace.
How?
I don't know.
If you understand murder trial, let's say more I mean, and they have experienced lawyers and politicians there. It's really, unless you seek to politicize it, I don't see the basis on which it should be included in a manifesto. You can make that statement politically on any platform, and I don't think you will have a problem. It should there's something, but to capture it in the manifesto, I mean, more difficulty. And it's the same way I had difficulty when they did that with the Nyana thing, Issa Mobila thing. Issa Mobila cry so Kwame. Time away the margin. In that case was in court.
Yep.
Some soldiers had been arrested. And they were on trial. It's really, I'm not sure what logic or what rationale went into saying that let's also place it in our manifesto.
Somebody has just told me that President Mahama, ex-President Mahama, mentioned the Ahmed Swale and JB Dankwa on the stage, but it looks like the Ahmed Swale was captured in the manifesto, but he's not too sure about JB Dankwa. Into Orishe.
Okay, on board here because yes, I do online. I do online. This is what they said. We will commence investigations into the death of Ahmed Swale and other unresolved issues, including the murder of JB Dankwa. This is a quote.
Yeah,
but it's attributed to media house.
Attributed to John Mahama.
Yes, it is.
But what I'm saying is that it looks as if ex-President Mahama kind, but Abia Ahmed Swale the pet is what is captured. But no problem. We're all searching for.
So
what we are doing is based on the launch.
Yeah.
No, some capture and was based on what was said.
Yeah, but if I find it even very significant, there's a Swale pen or manifesto no more. Ne will add JB Dankwa on the stage. It makes the case even worse as far as I'm concerned.
Sure.
So anyway, we'll be back there. I'm entitled to my view, and they disagree with me. But Kwame, me view ne damda say the unresolved murders. Back on I'm the wanna be DC be maintain the
more we under JM now. And Quanta DC I think.
Only place. Yes, why selectivity? Why put everything together?
And a good number of chiefs.
But really, I think that should not find its way in a manifesto. That is the bottom line. Ahmed, the same way, in terms of the principle, I stand there, it shouldn't find its way into the manifesto. But it is important that the police is asked to inform the public the status of investigations into that case, Kwame. And if you said that on a public platform, even at the Congress grounds or the manifesto launch, I have no difficulty with that because it's a legitimate call. Police is that part of the deficit, Kwame. Ahmed, or January 2019. And then, yes, I think it was January 2019. We were 2020. Updates bank, Kwame. Ghana police what am I? Maybe one or twice been a yet there was watching bimu on the quite it ended up being a wrong person. The suspect I was watching. And yet internet ibibotum or politics. That part, whilst I believe it shouldn't be captured in a manifesto, I believe that the Ghana police are duty bound to tell us where they have reached with the matter. They must keep informing the public on some of these matters. Within contest, what they are doing. More Peace FM, Money Pebiso, King George. I had never the full name. George Baby Agbana was a 2015.
George Abanga.
Yes, I think we should include him also. and find out the basis, the motives, and everything. It is obvious that Ahmed needs and you see, okay, somebody can accuse me of speculation, but I would be surprised if Ahmed had nothing to do with number 12. Church Mercy. Will be some there. Where's your evidence? But if you like, it's my instinct. And also the fact that a politician displayed his picture openly and asked people to assault him if Wushiano. That you cannot delink from subsequently what happened, even though I have not said the politician is the instigator of the murder. I haven't said that. But it's only an irresponsible politician no be make that kind of thing that happened. But well, why should it be in a manifesto? I don't believe so, that it should be there. Kwame, to them American no mean really way in, but the way our politicians will handle some of these things, it's a kai Roko
Frimpong.
It kind the same thing. Even though I don't think that fund is way in the manifesto.
No, I remember yes. So clear.
Where eventually Kranchi will destroy a military career of a fine soldier. They arrested 4 boys from the 64 infantry. Woko kujina court sabaka whole attorney general court there were evidence there. Top MPP minister was a member. No recruiting boys need to go and kill. Eventually turned out that it was complete falsehood. We have to be careful. You remember there were shouts of contract killing as part of the 2008 campaign.
I remember.
Yes. What by eventually Roko Frimpong making so that time police are teaching for the murder who were on trial. And yet because somebody sought to politicize that one and accuse the Kufuor administration relative to redenomination process. What for what story speak, Mami? Chabakai. On basis of which they started a new trial, which ended up embarrassingly. The same thing, the serial killing of the women. Ekaya. Yes. Also, what the year politics are.
Charles Kwanzaa.
Indeed, President Mills' State of Nation address, 2009, 2010, 2011, was all captured there. Meanwhile, the police fire investigations, the FBI came to assist. This was under appeal too.
David Asante appeal.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was a comprehensive report. Also, even the identities, apart from 6 are going to identify, they identified all the rest. And so, the year politics of finding a way into State of Nation addresses. Bottom line, what happened? Nothing. And to be honest, I think politicians hardly learn their lessons of the past. And at this stage, access to the manifesto mean to me reading. Kwame,
yeah.
And the submission on it, very brief.
1043. Okay, I'm getting all kinds of bits and pieces of information.
There's something.
The DCE who was murdered, yeah.
There's something I don't want. Maybe it's not fair, but
to whom?
JB Dankwa, look at this official police memo to the then vice president, who was chairman of the police council. What happened from day one to time I watch guys in the India. In the process of doing the investigations, it got to a stage to protect the whistleblowers, the guys now were leaking.
Yeah.
Sika. Cry will be accommodation.
For informants,
For informants, so that because they were being threatened.
Yeah.
No, if that's same zone.
Sodom and Gomorrah. Yeah.
Yes, and they had been walkover had been blown in away. Mrs. Sika cry no bini ho. He took a private man, to look for money to give to the people to find accommodation. I'm telling you, this was as early as March 2016. And you are not talking of commencing or deepening investigations. You couldn't even protect the whistleblowers.
By the way, then Kwanta South DC, who was murdered in cold blood, was Peter Kenyansu. Kwabna Into, thank you very much. And the Saikwa chief was murdered was Nana Kweku Juma Ankwana II, 5th November 2013. That was 2013. Nana had surgery, thank you. And we're not able to find his case. Wow. Kwamna Yapono.
Okay. Oh. I patch last round. I'm not patching.
I'm talking.
Anyway, you touch it.
But this one says, on a light note, how can a dead goat resurrect and turn around to come and rule able men and women? Edward Ejiri, aka Captain, inside Tadi. This is my Fanti brothers. The late J.B. Danka was murdered in his residence on February 8, 2016. President Mahama was then the sitting president. What did he do? Kobina in Tashi sends that one. 1, 2. Okay. Tell Uncle quick question. All right, leave it there. Okay. Kwamna, Yanko, Yapon.
Chairman General.
Yes, sir.
It's a 2 other submissions, however. Oh, yeah, my Kabila decision. On yes, if you want to come from Hagin. That's what me
say.
Na ma nchoba efe oyin there it's a people's manifesto na wa den e be ti say evidence abedegwa there me na wo kotokraba meja wo carry my retain osa amanfo
enya amanfo bia no ye
amanfo wo krata wo di gbogbo man nti necessary ma owura Kobra Bonfe Kabila Dabotugwe Abrochi party bi oho ohema ne krom party bi oho a sesia won so opposition
ya yonkofo mom
wan yankofa sesia ya won ahihye a wodiribu oye
is there a ban on importation? I prescribe importation.
Also the bad but to do. Also the bad but to that. No, I shall try to do in there. It's the papa walk out by retain. Party bi awo abrochi. One woman. And the wake up bija wada be ya. Why to the people's manifesto no. Party awo abrochi.
One card them.
And where we CPP so young. I showed you.
Chairman General.
Na CPP program.
Portions all can carry your man ya.
CPP program.
Mischief
reloaded. I saw about Dr. Nimo Thompson is in the I worked under him when we were drafting the CPP manifesto in 2008. So I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Yeah. But one fan, one fan ye.
Nancham pon kena one chambia one year. Go or that the oh, let me be African kakra. Yes, the Bible was relevant for today.
That's right.
The one we tell me wape.
That's right.
Na it's a kwekusi disiba. Gwami. No, oyeteta but this is only intended to scam and to manipulate. Usande ma we see in baby etubuko anina what the dada ya what ba bemin went to my end only bia no one am kwan di examples akweku site na me bon pon me de mbasma ba asem bi na me di sechi kwame mo di kan ye adwene de o de oye mbabun ya dada ho mbabun ya dada mbabun obi a oti abendom oyo mampanyin na emrenten ketesi a hwana no meja no ahwe ho mo wewe school pon na wo pe adwuma emo mampanyin ka che oda menye obi a me yinkwanja yifo na metu menye adwuma mdama Atabem no. Kwame, I have told you from the onset there. On your manifesto, but on your records. Then Mananka Sawaja to Wajirapa. There we are comparing records. Atabem no. Okay, Cham Branson get said there. Menja Nkunja Yufo. Nama Yunkunja Madina Juma Madamam. Said the million pound down one day. No Bakacho there. Afibiara. Or the Juma Osman Pimp Opi, I have been here to Numa. Nobody determined, no, the Opepi, a Juma Pipi that bar. Nessa Benton and Catesia. Number so, Mamma won't move total back. My mamma won't for wagon and fancy soup from quite on it, yeah. Check on the name Raddy Betty as the education minister. Why she saying now, the university students won't hear water bill and light bill. I said, Kwame said, if Chapa the NDC, after smart there was the manifesto back. Oh, now what did you there? Ghana for the young China and refuge. It's the Ghana, you call Maridama, yet the down when you want, what be meant. Mammy, you know your education minister. Yes, she saying no crack over we universities in public universities. We watch your electricity bill, light bill. Sure, I charge for our university. They are often book and research allowance. Kwame, what come? Mammy, no your education minister. Mammy, no your education minister. What come? Then President Mahama. Once my work in there, the book and research allowance. What Jam Woody? Somebody came on your this big platform. What was it? What the blow when my down open up Jokumokai? What was the chill? What one Miss Kedelo said by one woman you see what Akapa? And no man paying Abba, and they said what the alternative was going to be a research fund. A man paying a Kufado. Never. Wait here. And maybe senior school. Apart from intervention fund out that bar. Or you're teaching and non-teaching. You be. A man paying no. Intervention fund, senior school. Was also the research fund out by every teacher. Mommy, and no education minister. Sir, a church, Emma, area, my wife, who is Kwame, I Juma in favor, son. Mammy say, what talk here? President Mama, no. You what talk here about Musume Basan. Now, this person today, a bit you when you there. Maybe nothing, my baby improve a lot. Maybe my shadow will teach us here. So, the me, oh, Dama, what ball, no, I blow Susaka. Wasn't chin with a chew, a wookrum. Mama won't move total back. Mama won't gender. Said you, why didn't I know when your son or where you can say, what you want that down. The records speak for themselves. Now, Kwame Million, why the room? Share. Oh, said you, oh, yeah, papa. I'm bound paying what's what banks. Microfinance institutions. Kwame Moki can one. Warren Gassa, Aquam Shabagum. Akaka Chamber Shabagwafu, actual mine there. As a result of poor supervision by the central bank. The men do now, what did you discuss now? Or you see the term, they have become pyramids. Okay, dear Parliament has smoke a kind. Emma na bredo nansa so DKM na God the love na just a motto when na wogui amanfo wosika waje bra wo brai
Kwame na so time na yigu
mesem wiayin e bra wo brai e bra papa wo krom Kwame wentua pasoa 82 microfinance institutions are amanfo wosika ka de wa when na wogui under his watch to today he glamorizes, he glorifies in the fact that you have a short memory. Enti we be gina there. Sakoto abamana oba the institutions na obohwe we twa honka. Amazing. I just can't understand this level of courage. Kwame, this level of courage. Na medwe kran na mama pay mu waye in the financial subsector. A motor bar on the brink of collapse that would have sent the entire economy running aground. Mama pay na mo we to banking sector dey when na we secure 4.6 million depositors. We secure one deposit. Na chi mo kan what is left? Only what find go security for there's a
Securities and Exchange Commission.
That's right. No so Kwame. But 3 point something billion. We now the book case closed. O man paying the mission say fe. The mamu we cry that no gina ho. The president Akufo-Addo na ban Emma oye vice president Baumia announced that Ogwaman na fifman tom. Why you should man with that? Oya ga what friend forest. Attraction. And I make a cahu, no, Juma or Baba, none can call. If Guan or if you man told me, if you ma, no, your tourism industry were done, then I didn't catch you. Into why your ma was there is the same ma. What about my airports? Abakansa, come in, NDC, they poo-pooed it all over the place. Yeah, Baba, you have do a carriage airport, Kekos, Central Region, Mumu Airport way, and see. That means also big now. What's a upper east? In the manifesto, it is not even there. Kwame, go to maybe. In the manifesto, mobile Bijan no can echo under aviation. Aviation is here. Aviation.
What's it then?
I say that is 8.2.3. To realize Ghana's vision to become the aviation hub of West Africa, the next NDC government will A. Immediately stop all plans by the third Akufo-Addo government to sell off the Kokrokoo International Airport. B. Continue our vision to fully operationalize the Kumasi and Tamale International Airports. C. Upgrade the Takoradi and Sunyani airports. D. Review the institutional and legal framework to ensure airport lands are reserved solely for aviation purposes. E. Partner with the aviation sector to establish a national airline. End of story. Aviation. And so, any has no fifth man to any some fata wopupui and local kajan nano fanfa not captured in this manifesto. It's not here. The upper east Obama Airport is not captured in here, so you must know who they are and what they stand for.
Kwame Namedas say, now this one says the NDC's manifesto is populist and hollow. We're yet to be told how Okada will be regulated. We've not been told how the NDC intends to achieve a one-time premium for NHIS, especially because of their history regarding that promise. Kwame, on page 64, 7.1.3, they promised to employ the backlog of qualified health professionals. However, that's already been done by the Ghana current government from 2015 till date. It's quite clear they are not in touch with the state of affairs. As for the big push, it's akin to Sada and Jida. 4 more for Nana Manche Bruce II in Takoradi. And then let me just take this other one from a road safety advocate. Nana Ano Amihia II, president of Ghana Road Safety Advocates Ghana, says, I've been following the legalization of Okada and the attendant groundswell created by the announcement by the NDC. I'd like to engage the Okada Riders Association, as both parties, NDC and MPP, have no choice but to kowtow to the wishes of the teeming Okada drivers for their own electoral fortunes. I heard the spokesperson that they welcome legalization and regulation. They should be minded that a quack doctor that gives injections illegally cannot be legalized overnight and given official certificate and certification. They shouldn't be misled or fooled to think that legalization and regulation is a quick fix for the expectations. Well, it goes on and on. And I know I'm here, road safety advocate. Did I hear Kabila say the NDC manifesto is a photocopy of which party in the UK? Kabila, over to you, Yapon.
Kwame Bedase. Kwame uko sesa uko fa obi adwenkyerɛ na ne denti na ode fire na uansua de adwenkyerɛ ne ka ne de nipa ne person nsusu opese odi adwuma de ɛkyɛ nyina ne sɛ ɛyɛ nada na sɛ bi wode ba ehunu na manfo na Kwame
yeah Kwame
makan soft copy na madam for say me apeni obi amaso kra send am me soft copy na agenti me da say
me can me send about pampa inti man send me
but 2 copies but not you the other side
pampa inti me send bibia bio yeah
ma who wants some university students free laptops
no
to facilitate virtual learning
and spend 400 million
now you see out of this COVID situation universities are going to be run on virtual basis. Sometimes Kwame Mashem and the education bit man who anything on teacher education allowances what they would do with it now Maka what happened that cancellation was not done with proper research and grounding somewhere and Abraham will say will not have had a justification to restore teacher training allowances and I'm ready to debate this any day but yenya no to challenge na ade bia mangu so a ha adwene pa on job creation please challenge na ya ka job creation ya ka ne tra ya na refi say na nyuma bi so organ ha no ya gu no ana bi so ya tonton Kokrokoo ha DIC Diversity Implementation Committee and the law woman be minor pretty bako ye juma public sector reform and state-owned enterprises. I would say
interestingly, yen check you bibi
me can be biki to be.
Remember, so don't worry. In 2008,
yeah,
did Professor Mills promise an airport for the central region?
Yes.
What do you mean the manifesto?
No. Kasa, no.
Okay, I don't recollect it.
Okay.
During the 2008 campaign,
yeah,
did Professor Mills promise an airport for the central region?
Yes, he did.
Maybe we should research that.
My leader, because you appear to know something.
I'm only asking an innocent question.
No, the way the question is posed.
Because you are diabolic.
Written all over the first.
Maybe we should research My Joy Online or Ghana Web or something. You just might find something.
But the Chavo admit that damn project has been on the drawing board.
So what was the noise about?
Kwame.
Okay, I get it.
Because only said Ora Kojo Yanka wrote a full feature on how the feasibility was done when he was Central Regional Minister.
Exactly.
So what was the noise about? But Kwabra Meba Mami Kwa Samanka Simbra is here, Michael Akrofi, Ewa Homano. So Michael Machi. Na idea na ekoso
chama na no pe mebunu bi omo wo chimemu e na afi so atimemufo ni bi awma bonkujan ahihye ntade se de bi eso mo ye oye kire na no na ye bo ba hanum ne ye be hwe se de be panti e na omo ye oye kire na de ba asem e na omo kire se no kwasem ni na nsan bibi ikoso wa manyosem almost obo enje so kra de asem a enye nkane mampani His Excellency John Dramani Mahama statement you are share on the Facebook wall no and I'm able to watch me say omobanje so say in kane man penny a wetwa mu beka say omo ye saka wafa na sache mafia no na anam so me na no pay mebunu be empem ne akiri kokodi o ma hye bipa na tuntum so omo betuma fa tuntum and na ma chocho ne ma agu placard so edinam say ayeyie NDC mo ne ocheman edi asem ebizu che say NDC ocheman ehia emudie na Ghana bakwasem no ocheman empanifo bebre aboa e de ensam de chairman general omacho bebre e de say ni ayekos no mobo angels nta no pay almost start the business central area of Asamanka said the confa zongo mo e de be see Jamestown e de be police station e de akoboda phone house outside the abesi under bridge e de backroom na enya se the police for house abo mo ho ban hie pa say bibia ensi na ma hemfo ne bi bi fiche bi ene apapam e de ho agima and de tuo de e bi kasa wo wiem oni nyina e kire se omunya chopa mu odu e de afi nkane man penny his excellency John Dramani Mahama to say odi NDC amanyoko ne enim enchen enye sa de a emebu no ene mpanifo a omo ha no ma ne no pay omo ye oye kire no omo mpene se NDC for beba eye achem asase bia so say omba be ye ntoabo ana say omba be campaign e wo potem enye sa de a emebu no ombe form ho adwen na am disaster na adwen ben pa no ombe fa say chopa na amba no say endi omudu ho a ombe hu na mu a rehemu say nyoma ye a oma wo som ho na no pe kakra no ebeka NDC for and afin so enkane mampani na kuma say enmanim ha ya oba be pacho esanse bebi atwam no Yera Kwamizu Ashanti Regional Secretary okoka nse bi anense fata emo mo kan ya be kan say former regional chairman ma NDC Yera Sewi Aboasen kran so kan nse bi a eno so etia say oteman ne atemfo de NDC for se bi sorry anomu do manim tutu fam eno no mo so mo bonje so na wo so so enne ezo so so otena nti chairman o ma asem ye tietia say chopper eno mo hia fi NDC eno mo flag bearer former president John Dramani Mahama ho enutin na no pe o ma tem hagu monte so a mo ye kire
Mate Michael so muri ya na ebesibia na me sure say bia news for so baba befa ye da se no pe Michael Akrofi was man kese Kabila quick one Echo John says teacher allowances and motivation is featured in the manifesto page 69 Echo thank you very much and
what did they say about it?
And Pacho, he's showing you the page. Open
no, but
it.
What does it say?
Professor Mills,
you were asking whether
on the 10th of September, is captured in the Ghanaian Observer newspaper and on My Joy Online as having promised an airport for the central region. So, mekaya me ma tip na manfo bebre akojo e bi komodin Ghana bi akohin
archives
people are digging anyway, so thank you to all of you who did that research. Yes,
there is only the food that doesn't change.
Okay. Well, I remember.
That was a refrain to cover up lack of principles.
Only a fool doesn't change his mind. Anyway, what's happening?
Oh, now, can say between 1993 and 2000, over 245 state-owned enterprises were either sold or had their shares divested. It led to job losses. So what must say? Now, you create problem. Now, you Ghana be never be say, you solve problem no. No, you dear, me feel say, M1. Or my chairman general. Juma Sam, seme hunya pa. Na kwaya ye befa so edi nyuma na ba no, eno ne de ohe. Eno ye de me de madwe mu no, ehu hia me pa. Unfortunately no, some of mukeka na no na enimu akotene. Na ehon mo na me refer to sa eye diversity implementation law no. Eno kra samra na wo mu didi sa adwuma no was an afterthought. Almost started diversity long before. Womu fi aban mu anasa womu be fi aban mu 1993 and ye koye samra no PNDC law 326 ni fa bi kra no Supreme Court rule say a nullity I'm say section 15 of the diversity law. Chairman General Mr. mi wie kra no public universities bill because enya me act Mate, I'm say Professor Jane Anna or Kasa Wasem. So I bill na Kasa no I have issues with it because my dosu research mukakra. The position of the Education Committee of the Ghana Academy of Arts and Sciences are you opposed to aspects of the law? Said the one more person musi no no. Enya woman kwa I'm say university lecturers bi no so akasa ho. Na the yeme na kakra ne say Adenti no dia share manifesto mu say omo try say if it is in effect they will annul it. No more membership in parliament no e na wo ma na mo be na wo mu tu sesi ayi ahwe se sa emra no a wo mfi say enye no embam. What are they waiting for? And that is why I have a problem with the minority in parliament. So in some way, say almost kind of parliament no, yeah. Near Dimrika near Quabontini, yeah. Now, Chairman General, Ajapa royalty no, meaning say and no bring you okay say. And I know, me shall say you 2018 financial year, 2018 financial year budget statement. Oko page 156, paragraph 855. Partial monetization of Ghana's gold royalties. It is there. Anna Mensaka parliamentary correspondence from Parliament to the Ministry of Finance, dated 18th August 2020. Kwame, Bako relationship agreement between the government of Ghana, government of the Republic of Ghana, represented by the Ministry of Finance, the Minerals Income Investment Fund, and Ajapa Royalties Limited in relation to gold royalties monetization transaction under the Minerals Income Investment Fund Act 2018, Act 978. Kwame, second one. Assignment agreement between the Minerals Income Investment Fund and Ajapa Royalties Limited for the royalty for the assignment of the right of the fund to Ajapa to receive the royalty value due from ARG under the investment agreement for the acquisition of the allocated minerals royalties from the fund in consideration for the shares to be issued.
What are you trying to drive at?
And man, a won't cut our adansidie wo ho as a parliament ya de la no meka wo ha parliament ya de na ne ye mra kese ye mra pon no ebu abra yetimi ko supreme court ko si ne ho kwan
yo
enti se emra da ho akwanche da ho na mo mfa so ye be ya ne se ho asi abonten the arena of proper discipline and structured argument you run away from there to the court of public opinion. Chairman General, airtime.
May I say? Point one made. Quick, any closing comments?
Kwame.
Yes, quick.
I didn't know Mr. Still manifesto in my soft copies, bear 3 or 4 from good friends. You see my print.
My neck, yes.
Oh yes, I have to.
No, Miss Krasa, I'll go.
I have to. The chenim na me ekolo BBC.
Sometimes it's better to read the hard copy so you can make notes.
That's what I do. So you can make notes. Them soft copy do or you good them is I can print. To me the pen I was born before computer. Kwame.
Yeah.
Inima me pede. Is it also stated in the manifesto there? Waba cancel double tracker.
Yes.
Yeah. And what my time frame?
My time frame.
Hey, the mighty macabre. Hey, double track. This is an essential of the transitional feature of the free SHS.
Indeed.
That's what holding it.
It toy with the idea. There, if I cancel, and again, even if you don't give us a time frame. Abani, I'm the Wama time frame will be progressively double track me for
That's right.
Maybe if better what kind of 5 years or something.
Over a 5-year period.
Okay.
The pace I have
yeah,
5 years in come.
That's right.
Massive infrastructure.
This was a very pragmatic reaction to a Julian tax. The idea though in Jordan will go step by step, but now one walk on. People ask equity. Fairness, justice. One and then John on fee. No one can step by step. So a very bold, courageous, spectacular decision was taken.
Beautiful.
Commit the state and Ghana's resources to make this thing work over a 3-year period, and it did work.
Yes.
It's a massive project. Look. Nobody should underestimate it. Bianca, there will be challenges and who's here and there, but it's a very massive project. No wonder now, Ibia so major swore, but then backdoor approach there. I will cancel double track. You cancel double track, you kill that baby.
Free SHS.
I'm telling you, you kill it. Indeed, wapa What okay, when will you cancel the double track?
But maybe they want to kill the thing.
Let me say,
I want to kill it.
I want to be charitable. I want to be charitable. See, I want to be charitable. You go through some processes. When never cancel time frame ben or that 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. What, Kwame? In fact, it's an unrealistic proposition and ought not to be even canvassed. It is shemupe. It proceed on that. Make catch within a year, but it will collapse the system. No?
And it was announced by the running mate.
So, I said, well, me read man. Because if you have my timelines, if you have the methodologies.
In order for them to have the freedom.
Kwame, apart from that, minim so say we can there we complete the so-called abandoned G blocks in this one.
I heard, but I haven't seen.
BB Kokrokoo, and I'm surprised that the minority in parliament have not come public. So why a man said, I won't forgive him. But Kwame, I mean, for a very long time, I was relying on the handing over notes now, Professor Nana Jane Opoku-Agyeman. Oh yeah, the incoming administration.
Yeah.
Based on law in terms of the Presidential Transition Act. And in the handing over notes, we indicated there, one completed 47 of that 200, you know. Ma wadinimu 36 the crowd was 33. Wa commission ma wadama schools ma students are using. And I didn't see the basis for disputing it. And doubting the integrity of that handing over notes relative to this aspect of the report. I've never had that instinct cried, challenge it. I wanted to believe it. And I've actually articulated that thing all the time. But something
FM.
What's up?
February 13th, 2019.
Last year.
The minister, that is Napo, or call parliament, there was an urgent question for him to answer. In answering, Kwame, we indicated there 29 now completed. And this was based on civil works team over the Ministry of Education.
I'm on for my material.
Me read the answer now. There's nowhere, Kwame, me evidence of the minority, especially somebody like a black who. Yes, in China, no, you're in the ministry.
No, deputy minister.
There's no real challenge. November 13th or so, 2019, Naponi deputy, that's Dr. Educhu, very sharp brain, He's one of those who admire this administration.
That's right.
Clear mind, the clarity with which that man speaks, Kwame, the depth,
it's something else.
It's amazing, I'm telling you. It's fantastic, gentleman. On also called parliament to answer similar question. He repeated 29. Now, Kwame, my access the record
what's the more parliament?
Yes.
Access.
Yes, okay. No, my access parliament, but my access civil works for no so
okay.
Watch schools, watch contractor, district, time we linear, and indeed by 2016 now 17 Wolfie officer. Why 29?
Oh, I see.
Now this government have a complete some 27 or so. Into 56, 54.
Okay.
Look,
what then do we tell the running mate today? What then do we tell her?
No, I want it contested. I want it brought to the front line and the front banner. I mean, they won't match 47. Unfortunately, and I don't know if that's the format of the handing over. Them not to all the rest. The only thing is 47. They declare as completed.
You don't
no
give
list.
An account. You don't list it.
No, there's no list.
That's
but I think they should have their list to support that 47. because make it the list here or support the 29. Now for that matter, the additional wabaka why in 54 with the contractors now, where each project would in interim payment certificates now, it by erasing a wheelchair. I think it's a major issue.
The choice is ours to make.
I mean, check Mercy.
Yeah.
Yes, and I'm doing this with an open mind. If they are able to bring the list of 47 completed, fine. I would then know that Napon and a deputy have not been truthful to Parliament, a house of records.
I gotta go.
Kwame.
Yes, sir.
Laptops are seven. No, you Cairo that Agambre was supposed to provide some laptops.
Oh, stop.
I did.
Where did it land?
Mischief.
Oh man.
And no maybe Sakwam na Duncan.
Well. Sometimes.
Mischief reloaded.
Kwame na Duncan may have an idea of where those laptops are.
FM.
The news is on at 12. Kofi Kumbelson is next. I've done my bit in service to